Many people are dying nowadays at their house or outside their house, and no one know about them, like not their family, not the emergency, no one. And we are developing today a smart band which we can help the patients if they are older or physical patients in their life. So this band will help both doctor and the family and the patients for sure. For example, we have a story with Ronald. He's 75 years old. He has a problem with his heart. And Ronald, one day while he was taking a shower, and then he fell down. A message was sent to his daughter, as well as the emergency. His daughter went to check him in, and the location was at his house. And she went to check him, and then the device sent an SMS to the emergency, and they come to take him to the hospital. And then the doctor can easily access Ronald information to the data and knows what happened to Ronald exactly.
So this is Ronald's daughter, Brenda, who is accountant and go to work from Monday to Friday, stay at office from 9 to 5. She lived with her father, who had a heart attack last year and nearly died at that accident. After that, Brenda started to worry about her father's well-being and want to have an easy way to monitor her father's vital health data all the time. So she gets her father the smart band, which can capture her father's health numbers at 24 hours a day, and she can read the number when she is at office with the phone, and the app will give her the notification when his father's not feeling well. With the smart device, Brenda's worries have been relieved a lot.
So in my character, I will do the doctor part. So my problem is how to check the health condition of the patient when they are in the home or they are in the outside. And also, I just worried about how to collect the real data to do my research about the disease. So this is two main problem of my my demand. So this is my user story. So firstly, patient will patient feel like not very good, and they go to see the doctor. And doctor will based on the this can give the patient a simple test and to give their initial results, and then the doctor will get the equipment to the patient, and the patient will get the smart band and also the ECG sensors on their chest, and the doctor will teach them how to use the monitor system. And then the doctor registers the patient information into their system, into the monitor software system, which is stored in the cloud. And the doctor can track the health condition of the patient when they are in the home or they are in the outside. And when the patients come back to the hospital, the doctor can spend down the previous data to make the proper treatment for the patient. And then the doctor can use the patient data for the disease analysis research.
This is the UI flow from different user groups. Like for Ronald, the sensor will capture her health data every 0.1 second and displays on the screen of the smartphone every 5 minutes. And when he was not feeling well, a message will be triggered and sent to emergency service in 30 minutes. And if it's a wrong detection, just press the cancel buttons. So for Brenda, it can read the different data sets on the apps. Like if you want to know about the ECG number, just tap on it, expand it. It could tell you if there are any abnormal numbers, and if you want to know what does the number means, just tap on the analyze. You want to know about the previous data, Brenda just tap on the history, and when his father fell over and the positioning function will tell where his father is. And for the doctor, there is a sophisticated software on the computer to read the number and chart the number and give you very insightful analysis of what of the numbers and for the diagnostic and research use.
So for the smart band, we have 5 sensors, and we are using 4G, 3G, GPS, and many other things. So now Young-Sung will explain more the WSN design.
Okay, in this section I will give you some introduction about the various sensor network design in our project. The first one I want to introduce is the infrared non-contact thermometers. So this one is meant to detect the skin temperature of the patient. And why I use this one because it's the non-contact, because I just to insert the sensors into the smart band, and smart band is not always touch on the skin. So the non-contact is very useful in this scenario. So another one is the motion sensors. The motion sensors will detect the patients whether they fall down or not. Because if they fall down on the street, the smart band will send the message to the ambulance, and ambulance will go to rescue the patient. And the next one is GPS receiver. GPS receiver can get the location information of the patient and send it to the ambulance. And the next one is the pulse oximeter sensors. So these sensors will detect the blood oxygen rate and the blood pressures from the patient. And another sensor is not in the smart band, is on the chest. So patient can put the ECG sensors touch on their chest is to detect the heart rate. It's more accurate than the sensors in the smart band. So the smart band can collect all of the data from the sensors and send the data to the cloud server. And the cloud servers have 2 software. The first one is for the doctor. The monitor software is based on the PC personal computer, and another one is for the mobile use, is for the family members. The family members can detect their members and check out their health condition. So also the patient can check out their own health condition from the smart band and the mobile phone. Okay. So the information flow design. So here is the 5 sensors I have mentioned in the previous slide, and they just to send the message, send the data to the smart band. And smart band can transfer data to the cloud server is for the software use, and also the smart band can transfer the data to the smartphone. And the patient can check out their own health condition from their phone. And then the Tomcat will store two software, the mobile software and the PC software. And doctor will access the monitor system, the PC software, and the family members can access the monitor system by their own phone. Okay, this is the whole information flow design. And also the ambulance system is when the people fall down on the street, and smart band will send the message to the ambulance system. Okay.
So what's the novelty of the solution? Firstly, he increased the health metric for the portable fitness tracker. He gathered all the data from heart ECG to blood pressure and SpO2 to sleep circles in one portable smart band. And secondly, it improved the accuracy of the wearable health device. For example, like the Fitbit, it only use the optical sensor to capture your pulse number and then estimate your resting heart rate. But ECG sensor can detect any irregular heart rhythm from the users. And thirdly, it's available for multiple user types, except the wrong note, like the people who like to measure themselves all the time, who like to know their body function when they're doing exercise, and the parents like to use it to check the baby's health. Finally, it creates a network between users, doctor, and caregivers. Like it generates a health report from one person, and who can search for the general answer corresponding to their report. If he's not sure and to deal with some such situation, the report can be sent to the doctor to ask for the medical advices and medicine information. So as you can see, with our solution and smart band, okay, 1 minute left.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. No.
Okay. So with
30 minutes. Oh, sorry.
So with our solutions, we have a smart band, really smart, can tell Ronald when to take his pills, when he see her blood pressure going up, and let her family member Brenda to know his father how is he going, and not be invasive, but just make sure his father's being fine. So he can send the ambulance to Ronald if he immediately. If he detects Ronald's not feeling well, and also finally the doctor can read the real-time data from the wristband to have the detailed patient profile in hand for the next consultations. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Here's our reference.